Okay, this is the last video on this pay-per-view. Full, sorry, someone just texted me. TLC was today. TLC was a pay-per-view, and it was just that. It was their last pay-per-view of the year. It was their building blocks to what really matters. Tomorrow's Raw, the road to WrestleMania, the first stop being Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns has already entered himself into the Royal Rumble. Otherwise, you started off with a great opener with the ladder match, Intercontinental title, Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper. Both of them put on a great show. Dolph Ziggler killed himself, as usual, won the title in his hometown, and it was a great way to start the show. Just to open with a bang. This is like a great time to start. Great things to come. Second match was a tag team match. Now it was your typical tag match. With you can only get so much with the Usos and Mizdow and the Miz crowd. With them being in Cleveland, it didn't even matter because they still cheered for Damien Mizdow and ended in a DQ. You can never get a clean finish. It's always one guy screwing another, and never a clean finish. Third match was what was it? A stairs match maybe with Big Show versus Eric Rowan. Rowan came out, no reaction, no one cared. Big Show came out, 33 heel to face turns is I think the correct number. So, Big Show's a family man. People are trying to defend it, and he's a bad guy, he's a traitor. No, he's a family man. He cares about his family. They hit each other with stairs. Big Show chokeslammed him on a step. He hit him with a knockout punch, and he pinned him with the steps. Like I said, this is more of a glorified Monday Night Raw. A Raw with no 30-minute promos, just a bunch of matches we've seen. It's the same guys from the main event of Survivor Series, just now they're in a bunch of singles matches. And you had the Divas match, Nikki and AJ. She sprayed, I guess it was hairspray in her eyes and gave her the rack attack, the torture rack. And whatever, I guess that's what you get. That's what Miss Punk gets for Mr. Punk signing with UFC, is just loss after loss until obviously one day she's gonna take a hike and she'll be, maybe wrestling against Ronda Rousey. You'll never know. One day you'll get like a tag team main event, the Punks versus like Rousey and the Green Power Ranger. That'll headline the 4th of July UFC show one day. Then you had John Cena versus Seth Rollins, which was a okay match. It was better than your average match. And Roman Reigns came back, which obviously made the whole thing worthwhile. And just great back and forth action, really great story being told with the whole 3-on-1 situation. Roman Reigns said he's in the Rumble. And this is all coming off the top of my head. You had the chairs match with Kane and Ryback. Ryback looked to be blown up about 2 minutes in. I love the big guy, but he's got to work on less on this and maybe more kind of running on the old treadmill. But too blown up, and I'm surprised he even got Kane up for the shell shock. But nothing really to even. They started the match with like a chair sword fight. Ended the match with there's one spot where Kane just sabooed the chair like right at Ryback's face, smash him right in the nose, and but just me hook clothesline shell shock 1 2 3. I'm trying to remember what other match there was. Chairs Rusev versus Jack Swagger. I don't know. Like half this match was Jack Swagger in the Accolade, and he looked to be out of it. Then he got up, and then he got back down, and I guess did he tap her? I don't know. I think I saw his hand like tap once or twice, but just a feud that was one time. I think the hottest thing going on Raw. Like everyone would just go crazy when they heard Swagger's music when Rusev was just like debuting. But now, I think the Rusev thing's getting a little old. I remember when Lana used to talk, everyone used to be like, "Oh, Lana's, this, that." But now it's like, God, just shut her up, because it just gets repetitive over and over, same thing. And I know Rusev's like Triple H's pet project, like Sin Cara was at one time, and what Karma should have been. But I don't know. Just the guy's like 5'10" maybe, and he just looks like a midget in there. Like Swagger's about 6'5", and I know he's thick, like he's a big girth. He's got a lot of meat to him, but he just looks like a dweeb. Honestly, he's not wearing should wear boots, gonna lift him up a little bit, but not the biggest guy. I just find him very funny looking. But who am I? And Then you had the main event with Bray and Dean Ambrose. Weird finish. I thought the match kind of suffered because of the large amount of bullshit you had in the past with the matches like Swagger and Rusev and the Divas match and the Chairs match and then their Stairs match. So crowd was, I'm sure, dead. Well, for sure they were dead for that because of that reason. It was probably want to go home, probably want to go to sleep. They just want to, man. This pay-per-view wasn't as bad as Battleground that I went to in Buffalo, but it was definitely not on the best of. It won't be on any best of DVDs. I'm sure that the ladder match will definitely be, and I'm sure the tables match will be. But the TLC match with the weird finish and just and Dean Ambrose did a great job. You know, he jumped off 3 ladders onto a table. But at the end of the day, 2 great matches and 5 bad matches. You know, the scale's kind of turning on the bad side. So that's all. My review. See you guys in the next video.